Hi, fourth graders. We are back and we are looking at lesson 77. And this takes us to weight and mass and the measurement of those things. So when we talk about weight, remember weight is the gravitational pull on an object, the amount of gravitational pull on an object. So if I'm weighing my dog and he's 10 pounds on Earth, that means that there's 10 pounds of gravitational pull on him. If I weigh him on Mars, he's going to weigh something different. Okay, his amount of matter is still the same. That has not changed at all. The stuff that he is made up of is the same, and we talked about that in science. So that's not really a new concept for us here, but we do have some conversions to look at. We have 16 ounces equal a pound. We have 2,000 pounds equals a ton. And we have 1,000 grams equals a kilogram. So the first two that we have here are in U.S. measurement. That's what we would use in the United States. So if you go into your kitchen and you try and find something that's 1 pound or 16 ounces, same thing, that's probably what you'll see, as opposed to, oh, I have 100 grams of sugar or whatever. What I want you to do, though, is try and find something that equals a pound in your kitchen. See if you can come up with, something that equals 16 ounces or something that's exactly a pound, and then you can kind of get an idea of what that amount is worth and how it actually feels. Now, you can't do 2,000 pounds equals a ton, because if you're looking to pick up a ton, it's too hard to pick up. It's too much. To give you an example of this, if there were a bunch of people that weighed 100 pounds, it would take 20 of those people, 20 of those 100-pound people to equal 1 ton. So that would be pretty hard to pick up. But that's just giving you an idea of that idea of what 2,000 pounds is. When we get to the metric system, when you measure something that is in the metric system, you use grams or a form of grams, like kilograms or milligrams. You're going to use something with grams in it. And that's our major unit of measurement is grams. And 1,000 of those grams equals 1 kilogram. So 1,000 grams is 1 kilogram. Now when we think about this, how do we know what that is? Well, a kilogram is roughly 2.2 pounds. So when you think about that, 2.2 pounds. So if you can find something, I know I should use the LBS or as far as our abbreviation, not PDS. So 2.2 pounds is almost the same as a kilogram. So if you're looking for something that weighs a kilogram, look for something that's about 2 pounds. That's kind of the best way to think of it. In your book, on page 490, they have examples of something that's 24 ounces. They say a person is about 98 pounds, and then they say a car is about a ton. So it just kind of gives us a little bit of kind of a platform of where to look at and say, okay, if I have a box of raisins or a box of cereal or something and it's 24 ounces, okay, I get what that feels like now when you pick that up. Okay, we also have to know how to convert from one to the other. So if I had a 2-pound book and I wanted to know how many ounces that is, well, every pound is 16 ounces. So if I have 2 pounds, oops, move that over a little bit, there we go, 2 pounds, and I have every one of them is 16 ounces, so I multiply that together because I have 2 of those 16 ounces. 6 times 2 is 12, carry my 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 more is 3, so that would be 32 pounds. Okay, you can also think of it as 16 plus 16. When we look at items that are in tons to pounds or pounds to tons, if I say an elephant weighs 4 tons, how many pounds does the elephant weigh? Well, you'd have your 2,000 pounds times your 4 tons, and we get 8,000 pounds. Okay, because for every 1 ton, I have 2,000 pounds. I have 4 tons, so I need 4 of these groups. And so then I'd have 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000, and I get to my 8,000. Okay. 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. So when you look at this relationship here, for every kilogram, whatever that is, I have 1,000 of these. Well, let's look at a little situation here. I'm going to move this up and we'll talk about what's on there later. Let's say I have 3 kilograms and I want to know how many grams that is. Well, when you look at this relationship, we can say I have my 1 here and then I have 1, 2, 3 zeros after it. So if I had the same number 3 here and then 1, 2, 3 zeros after it. So if I had something that was 3 kilograms, it would be 3,000 grams. If I had something that was 9 kilograms, how much would it be then? 9 and then my 3 zeros, so 9,000. Okay, so I can find how many grams do I have for any kilogram by adding those 3 zeros onto it. And I can reverse that process, but we're not going to do that this lesson, so we'll just leave that be. The other thing they want you to do today is to kind of come up with, do you know what an item would be as far as in kilograms or grams? And what we had, one thing you can remember is that a dollar bill is like a gram. So if you have a dollar, if you have that dollar bill, that's like a gram. Okay? And hopefully that might, you might get an idea then. It's not very heavy. So if I have a nickel, do you think a nickel would be more like 4 grams or 4 kilograms? So remember, each kilogram is 2.2 pounds. So do I have an 8-pound nickel, or do I have a more like $4 bills, the feel of that weight? And that would be 4 grams. How about an apple, 100 grams or 100 kilograms? Hopefully you'd say 100 grams. We would have a hard time picking up an apple that's 200 pounds. And an even harder time eating it. How about a bowling ball? Is a bowling ball 7 grams or 7 kilograms? Well, 7 grams wouldn't even probably end up down the aisle, but it definitely would not knock down a pin. So we have 7 kilograms. A bowling ball then would be worth 7 kilograms. Okay, that's my lovely Wheezy chiming his thoughts in here. Come here, Wheezy. Come here. Yeah. So, on page 493, you have a couple different lesson practices where they ask you, should the tennis ball be 57 grams or 57 kilograms? Just to give you an idea with that, 57 kilograms for the tennis ball. The dog, 6 grams or 6 kilograms, although a little 6-gram dog would be adorable, but it's not, it's 6 kilograms. And we already did the bowling ball one. What about a tennis ball? 5 ounces or 5 pounds? Pretty heavy tennis ball if it's 5 pounds, so a tennis ball would be 5 ounces. A dog would be 11 pounds or 11 ounces? Probably 11 pounds. I know most of our dogs are probably even more than that. Okay. How about 7 pounds equals how many ounces? Let's just look at that one real quick and then I'll end your lesson for today. 7 pounds equals blank ounces. Now, we said 1 pound equals 16 ounces. 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So if I have 1 pound equals 16 ounces, that means that I want, and I have 7 pounds, that means I want 7 of these 16 ounces. So if I want 7 of these 16 ounces, I'm going to multiply that by 7. 7 times 6 is 42, bring our 4 up here. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 4 more gives us 11. So we have 112 ounces. 112 ounces equals the same as 7 pounds. Okay? Hopefully, that's just an introduction to things, and as you work through stuff, I hope your worksheet goes well for you. And remember, if you ever have any questions, make sure you ask.